Hey class, this is Nico. I wanted to welcome you to Digital Marketing Design. Thank you for attending this summer, and thank you for thinking that this is important. This absolutely is important. The class is called Digital Marketing Design. The basis of the class is to show you the tools that are currently being used in the world of digital marketing. We are going to culminate this with the development of a digital marketing plan. Now, this class is completely changing this semester. The way that the class used to work is that we would all find an individual client and we would work with them for the semester. I'm switching stuff up, and so if you've talked to people in the past, this particular class is going to be very kind of different than all of the other classes that have happened, just because the nature of this industry, everything is constantly on the move, so we all have to be constantly adapting. This isn't like history. History is done and done, and digital marketing is happening. Things are changing right now. As I'm shooting this video, things are changing. So, the way that the class had been previously done is you would find a individual client. If you are a small business owner, or if you are deeply entrenched in a small business, like your mom and dad have a small business, or your husband or wife have a small business, you are more than welcome to choose that as your client, and you are by all means able to proceed accordingly. You can use all of the tools and all of the strategy that we are going to learn throughout the semester to build a digital marketing plan for that small business. I am absolutely okay with that. However, for everybody else, we're going to be working with nonprofits. I'm going to be spending the rest of the week getting a hold of nonprofits, kind of getting everybody's okay and making sure that everybody's on board and they realize what kind of content we're going to be working and developing for them, and make sure that it's going to be on brand and it fits their messaging platforms, and that it's a wise decision for this particular nonprofit to start working with us. So, side note, if you have a nonprofit that you would like me to talk to, please shoot me an email. nico.martini@utdallas.edu. And the sooner the better, just because I'm talking to everybody throughout this week. Hopefully I'll have everything locked down so that we can kind of get moving next week. But yeah, that's basically how it's going to work. We're going to split up into groups, and we're going to start doing some content creation for these particular nonprofits. And I think it's really going to be fun. I think it's going to be very effective, and it's going to be different than anything that I've ever done in the past. So there's a little bit of a learning curve. However, we're all in this together, and I'm leading the way, and hopefully that will be enough to guide us into the right position. This is what I do, just a little bit more, just so that you know a little bit about me. I own a digital marketing agency. We're based in Deep Ellum. You're more than welcome to swing by the office at any point. I teach online, so I'm mostly here. This is my office, and let's see. Here's the office tour, and it kind of goes from there. So, anyway, welcome to Digital Marketing Design. Thank you for coming, and I just kind of wanted to give you a brief kind of introduction to the way that this whole thing is going to go. One thing that I want to be very, very clear: this is a tools class. By the end of the semester, you're going to develop a digital marketing plan that is going to utilize all of the tools that are currently available right now. Tools are not the most important thing online. Especially everyone in this class who is getting a bachelor's degree in either emerging media and communications or arts and technology. The thing that you need to realize right now, the most important thing for you to be spending your time with while you are getting your bachelor's degree is theory. It's absolutely theory. Understand the strategies, understand the reasons why we're doing this. A tool is a tool is a tool. Frankly, we have no idea if Facebook is going to be around in 5 years, and so we have to act accordingly. The thing that you have to understand is marketing has gone through a fundamental shift in the way that marketers are now talking to their audience. That's the most important thing for you to know coming out of this class. It's about the shift. It's not about the tools. The tools are fabulous, and they're doing what they need to, and those are the things that are going to go into your marketing plan, but understand the reason behind everything is the most important thing for you to know. It's The fact that communication between humans has shifted, has completely changed. This is about network theory. This is about an evolution in messaging. Those are the important things in this class. It's not about Hootsuite. Yeah, we're going to cover Hootsuite. Yeah, we're going to cover Twitter. Of course, we're going to cover Facebook. We'll cover Pinterest. But those are tools that we do not know if, frankly, we don't know if they're going to be around in 5 years. And I promise you that if you really, really, really want to learn Pinterest, sit down in front of YouTube for about 4 hours. Type in the right search strings and you will know Pinterest. I promise you. It's not about the tool. Anybody can teach themselves the tool. It's about the theory. All of the fundamental changes that are happening in the way that we communicate and the way that marketing is happening, those are the most important things for you to realize right now. In the past, marketing has always been there's a purchase funnel, if you will, that starts with awareness, and then it goes to opinion, consideration, preference, and then purchase. So awareness has always been the big thing, and then it kind of funnels down towards purchase. That's the way that it has been for centuries. Now, the thing that has changed is the fact that when you're talking about awareness, you're talking about things like television, you're talking about traditional marketing. So let's take television, for instance. The thing that has shifted is the fact that 60% of TV viewers are now surfing the internet while they are watching TV. So how has that changed? Well, it's basically caused marketers to take a different approach. It's not necessarily just about awareness, because now when you bring awareness, you're bringing awareness to an entire industry and not just your particular product. So the shift that has happened, the most important thing now is it's the development of a relationship. People don't want to be marketed to anymore. Nobody wants you to tell me what to buy. You're not allowed to tell me what to buy. That's not how it works anymore. You have to become a benefit to my life, and I have to start to trust you. And then once I start to trust you, and once I see that you're benefiting me, and once I develop a relationship with you, then you have the opportunity to let me know that you also sell X, Y, and Z. And once it's time for me to buy X, Y, and Z, I'm going to go to the people that I trust. That is the biggest shift that has happened right now. This environment has caused marketers to move away from one-to-many communication. One-to-many communication is a Super Bowl ad. It's a billboard. It is an ad in Esquire magazine. That is one person sending a message to many people. We have shifted to many-to-many communication, where it is much more about a conversation than it is me sending out a message. It's about, I can start a conversation, I can send out a message, but I have to be prepared for people to be having dialogues about the things that I'm putting out there. And I have to be prepared to help curate that dialogue in a manner that's going to benefit my client. That's the most important thing that's going on right now. This is a value exchange, a true value exchange. Consumers are interacting with brands continuously. Consumers are interacting with brands continuously, and they're getting much more than a slogan, man. It's not about awareness anymore. It's not about your product. It's not about your slogan. It's about becoming a benefit to my life and becoming somebody that I trust. There's a big humanization to the concept of branding that's going on. If you notice, a lot of the brands that you see kind of happening on Facebook, they're trying to be as human as they possibly can. That's because they want to be able to engage in conversation, and you can't engage in a conversation if a brand is not human. So this is the big thing that is happening. That's the most important thing for you to know about the shift that's occurring. I've got some videos that I want you to see. The other thing that I want you to keep in mind this week is this is the week where we start prepping for everything else. I'm not sure if I've got any reading required for this week. If I do, it's going to be all about the fundamental shift in the new direction of PR and the new direction of marketing. If you do not get the books this week, don't fret. It's not that big of a deal. Just be prepared to have the conversations. The other thing that I want to kind of chat about is the discussions. This class needs to be active. And so the discussions are there for us to all kind of get on the same page and for us to have a dialogue. We're not in person, and so the only place for us to actually have conversations is in the discussion questions. So that's the biggest reason that they're there. It's to show activity. And, you know, I mean, at the end of it, it's about that is your class participation. There's a large portion of there's a portion of the grade that's going to be contingent on your class participation. And the best way to participate in class is to respond accordingly to the discussion questions. Please try to be timely. It helps if you check this class early in the week. As far as the assignments go, I mean, you know, turn in the assignments whenever you want. Do not be late. Please do not be late. I don't accept late work. It's a blanket rule. That's the one thing that I'm going to be kind of a stickler on, is the no late work. It's not fair for me to accept some people's late work and not other people's late work, and so I just have a blanket rule: there is no late work. You have an entire week. You have 6 full days basically to do this class. There's no reason in the world why you can't get anything turned in that you should. So to recap. This week I'm going to be talking to nonprofits. I'm going to be finding nonprofits for us to work with for the rest of the semester. If you have a suggestion, please shoot me an email. The other thing that I want you to do is make sure that you have a Twitter account. This is very, very, very vital. I am the easiest to get a hold of on Twitter. So if you have something, tweet me, and after that shoot me an email, and you will absolutely get a hold of me. Twitter is incredibly important. Twitter is changing the landscape of the way that we communicate. It's an incredibly fundamental shift that's happening, and it's vital that you're on there. If you hate Twitter and you hate Facebook and you hate the internet and you don't understand why anybody would use this for marketing in any form or fashion, this is probably not a good class for you, and you're probably going to be miserable. So, you know, act accordingly. But realize that this stuff is incredibly important, and this is the shift that's going on. I'm glad that you're in here. This is important. And one thing that I'm going to kind of steal to just kind of say this out loud. Last semester I taught a self-branding through social media class, and the thing that I think finally got through people's heads when I was talking about self-branding and the importance of self-branding is realize that you all are going to graduate soon and you're going to go on interviews. And I promise you that when you're on your way to an interview, somebody is typing your name into Google. Being in control of your own voice and being in control of your own brand is absolutely important for putting across the exact message that you want. That's the same thing that we are going to be doing for our clients. It is being in control over the message that we're putting out there, engaging in a community, and garnering trust. That's what it's all going to come down to. So, if you have any questions, shoot me an email. If you, shoot me an email, shoot me a tweet, set up your Twitter account, and we are going to start rocking and rolling with clients starting next week. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Thank you so much, and again, if you need anything, shoot me an email or a tweet. I'm around. Thanks.